All right. Call the meeting to order, 10:04. Do we care about the time here? A lot of meetings we do. Please bear with me on my first day of actually chairing a meeting. I appreciate everyone filling in for me over the last couple months while I've been incessantly sick, still sick, if anyone was curious, but no one really is. So let's go on to old business. Motion to approve minutes. Thanks, Seth.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor? Any opposed? All right. Do I have to say approves and carries? Do I have to do that?
It's your meeting.
Okay, I'm not going to do that.
Were you going to abstain, Carrie?
Yeah.
Carrie's going to abstain.
Okay. Sorry. Any abstentions? Thank you.
Oh, we should probably introduce Carrie.
Oh, yes. New business. Well, we'll call it new business. How about that?
Okay.
New business. We have a new director of county planning, Carrie Terwilliger. And we are blessed with our old director of planning's presence today, Steve. Mr. County Manager. It is Lent after all. So under new business, we have a resolution of appreciation for Steve. I'll read the title: Resolution of Appreciation to Steve Lynch for his distinguished service to Cayuga County Water Quality Management Agency. You're welcome. I have a copy if you'd like to read it, unless I don't really feel the need to read it out loud unless there's a resounding desire for it to be read out loud. Seth, no thank you. Do you want to read it? Okay. All right. Everyone bear with me. Whereas Steve Lynch has been director of the Cayuga County Department of Planning and Economic Development and a member of the WQMA since 2006. And whereas Steve Lynch has served 2 terms as chair of the agency, and whereas Steve Lynch has been committed to working for healthy and safe water, especially drinking water, for the citizens of Cayuga County, and whereas Steve Lynch has fought tirelessly to protect water quality resources in Cayuga County, and whereas Steve Lynch has actively engaged with a diverse group of community citizens and agencies with special interests in preserving and improving all aspects of water resources in central New York, and whereas Steve Lynch has had a long vision and plan for water as a universal agent for human health and happiness, and whereas Steve Lynch has provided critical support on the update to the Owasco Lake Watershed Rules and Regulations, and whereas Steve Lynch was instrumental in the establishment of the Owasco Lake Watershed Inspection Program in 2007, and whereas Steve Lynch was instrumental to the establishment and incorporation of the Owasco Lake Watershed Management Council in 2011 and participated as an ex officio member, and whereas Steve Lynch assisted the Cayuga Lake Watershed Intermunicipal Organization in their reorganization and hiring of Cayuga Lake Watershed managers, now, therefore, let it be resolved that Cayuga County WQMA expresses its sincere appreciation for the hard work, dedication, and persistence of Steve Lynch towards protecting the quality of the waters of Cayuga County.
Wow.
Do we have to motion that? Motion to approve this resolution and present it. Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstentions?
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yes. And we are presenting you with a plaque, a certificate of appreciation
All right.
for you, Steve.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Same could be said about anybody in this room, really. So thank you.
Steve, take a picture.
Oh.
You take a picture. Or you
I guess it has my name on it.
1, 2, 3. That's great.
Can you send that to me?
Yep.
Thank you, everybody. That really is wonderful.
Thank you.
Go in your new
I got a new office, so look up on the wall.
Are you gonna get a new office or?
We'll see. I'm still in my same office in the planning department right
You're the
now.
boss, get somebody else off.
I hope you have an agenda because I.
Oh, yeah, I've got it up. All right. WQMA priorities.
Working out of my truck.
Yeah. Then you can go park somewhere and no one can find you. It's perfect. All right, priorities working group and ad hoc committee reports. 2024 work plan was sent out last 2 weeks ago. No, last Wednesday, the 28th. We have to vote on that, right? Can I put a motion to approve the 2024 work plan out there? Or can I get one? Thanks, Ed. Thanks, Dan. All in favor? Any opposed?
Yeah.
Abstentions? Okie dokie.
Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome.
Can I get a committee report from, are we asking for committee reports? From community communication and outreach? Who's chairing that?
That's Dan.
That's me.
Thanks, Dan.
We're getting things together for the March newsletter.
Yeah.
I think we still need a few more articles.
Yeah, if you can get it to me by next Friday, if you have anything you want.
And
I'll
to
do
be,
one.
you know,
For
for
the
this, if there's things you
inspector
wrote for something else that you think is a good fit for WQMA, we'll take those too.
Sorry, I'm late.
Okay, I'll send you one for the septic inspector class, Dan.
Aaron's taking on the lead for this one.
Okay, I'll send it to Aaron. All right, invasive species.
That's Ed.
I don't have anything for you.
And nutrient and sediment.
That's
Report.
Seth.
I know there was a meeting, that I didn't attend. I don't know, Michelle, did you have any update on that?
That was just for the work plan.
Yeah.
Just the work plan?
Yeah.
Nothing to report. Thank you.
We don't have to vote on that, right?
No.
Okay, thanks. Agency reports. Dan, do you want to go first or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, Frank, you didn't have the date of the shop meeting.
26th.
Yeah, March 26th, we're having a shop meeting on reading manure analysis and soil sample reports so that you can kind of furnish better information on how to marry those two and see what the nutrients are. And then on it's March now, March 28th with Cornell Pro Dairy. We're having a tour at Festins and King Ferry on manure cover and flare systems. Just seeing what they actually have two different systems, one a little bit older, one newer. And then talking a little bit about maintenance involved in those. The state's really pushing those as a way to meet some of the state's goals for around greenhouse gas mitigation and as a tool for nutrient management. And we'll have somebody from Soil and Water talk about some of the incentives that are available from the state for those systems for funding. That's all I have.
Okay, thanks, Dan. I'll give an environmental health update. So we have our septic inspector class running April 4th to 5th at our building in downtown Auburn. If anyone is interested, you can reach out to our office. There's some not educational requirements, but experience requirements to qualify to become an inspector. So if you're interested, please reach out and you guys can spread the word. We'll have a Facebook post on our Facebook page soon and other social medias. And then we're also going to do a press release about it in the next couple days here. We have quite a bit of interest. We're having a few issues in the last year of home inspectors from other counties coming and doing dye tests on septic systems as part of their inspection for property transfer or selling and buying a house. And it's led to some confusion out and about of what is an appropriate dye test and who is able to do them. So hopefully we'll get some of those individuals trained locally. And then Christina is here from the health department. She took over my role as public health engineer last July. So brave to come out with sickness.
Yeah, I'm getting over a cold. That's
So Christina will be joining here and there, providing a lot of support in our office for all of our programs, but mostly water and wastewater. And then I have a couple. I wasn't able to get it to show. Okay. Because I just have that. Maybe if I just drop them in. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I have updated maps that Christina made of the priority water bodies for the septic system replacement grant. We do anticipate that like 1,200 properties, I think I already told that last month, like 1,200 properties are going to be eligible. And it includes a bunch of tributaries to Owasco Lake and Skinny Atlas Lake. And we'll be reaching out to homeowners regarding that soon. And we have identified 2 properties that were declined for a grant recently in the last year that we're going to actually award the grant to after further review of their application. And yeah, that's really it. Nothing crazy. Nothing I haven't already told you guys about multiple times before. So, all right. What do we have next here?
Me?
Hey, Doug.
Not too much to report in there. Important one that we've been tracking for a long time, the Sterling Nature Center project up in Sterling is having all the final systems installed this week, all the final mechanical and water systems installed. So we're excited to see that. And then we're working with the state on establishing an opening date. So you'll obviously see more information about a ribbon cutting with the Ready Commission. They're actually the ones that set up the actual ribbon cutting itself. So obviously that information will be cascaded. Since there'll be a lot of local and state officials involved, I can imagine we'll have plenty of warning as to when it's going to be. Just getting everybody's schedules lined up will be fun. Unfortunately, not my responsibility in this case, so that's great. Other than that, we continue to work on a number of trail projects, park projects. I probably should mention the Friends of Owasco Flats, which was formerly known as the Owasco Flats Nature Reserve. So they've reincorporated as a different 501c3. Obviously, their mission is still the same, to support education and programming and volunteerism down at the flats. They've started to raise money, a considerable amount of money, toward putting a fully accessible kayak launch down at the flats. So they're quite a ways into that fundraising effort. We're supporting them with some permitting applications. And logistics, obviously, to get them installed once the funding and everything is in place. So other than that, if you have any questions?
So that group is going to be separate from the actual people who own the land.
Correct.
Right, that's the
Correct. The Friends will not own any property. They don't own any property.
15-acre parcels now owned by.
Correct.
Wetland.
That their property went through the Nature Conservancy, maybe? I'd have to look.
No,
I don't remember.
Wetland Trust, New York Wetland Trust.
Well, maybe. Yeah.
So there's a third group that actually owns part of the trail.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really firmed up as far as.
Yeah.
There's a lot of legal things that need to be firmed up.
Yeah. It's not on my section of trail, so.
All set?
Yes, thank you.
All right, soil and water.
All right.
I'm sorry, planning department.
Oh, yep,
Sorry.
go ahead. Planning
My bad.
first.
Battle it out.
Plan department's in transition. Welcome to Carrie. She's going to be the new rep here. And I guess that's about it on the updates. Trying to close out a number of projects in the office so I can move on to other things.
Thank you. Anything to
All
add?
of our same initiatives are still moving forward. So.
Okay.
Oh, we do have an update. We have made an offer for the GIS position to somebody, and we're waiting for confirmation response, and we'll be getting back to all the applicants. We had to wait until the legislature finally approved the position, and that's where we're at now.
Okay, great. Awesome. Did you have a lot of applicants once you switched the name?
We had 9 applicants.
Oh, excellent. Awesome. Great. All right, Doug.
Yeah, that's good news, Steve, because I know you guys have been trying to fill that for a long time. So probably a sigh of relief a little bit. That's for sure. We're in the process as well of trying to hire a watershed conservation specialist position here. Essentially, it's Tim Schneider's old position dealing with non-ag, so streams and road ditches, municipal projects, drainage runoff, just general stuff that's not associated with agriculture. So when he moved up to be the field manager, that spot's been pretty much vacant. He's been pulling both roles for quite a while. So we're kind of excited to get another person into there. That just went live last week. So we'll see what starts coming in. Similar to other workshops, trainings, we still have our 4-hour erosion and sediment control trainings here in this room on the 3rd Tuesday of the month for March, April, and May. So, and then it gets busy with construction season. But that's for, contractors or others that need the certification or do inspections. But we also offer it to highway departments, and we just had some representatives from the Cedar Ballroom coming in class. So that's always good. Ag value season wrapped up, so group worksheets, they're also called for farmers to come in and go through the process in order to get a reduction on their taxes. So that was due by March 1st, but there's a couple stragglers that usually take place. Haley has been working, she's our watershed conservation specialist. She's been focusing on the AIM program. So as people come in for the soil group worksheets, it's a kind of captive audience. So as they're here picking those up, why don't you go talk to Haley and we get some updated information on our ag environmental management program. So she's been really busy working with different farmers, and then you meet with them, you get information, find out if they have concerns or needs, and then you set up an appointment, then you go meet with them and start the planning process. So it's been a very busy season for her. So she came on board at a perfect time last fall. The weather's been unbelievable, so we've been able to get into some fire lanes and do some stabilization work that normally would be a little icy and a little slick getting down some of those. But this year has actually been pretty good. Those are the kind of projects that you do when the residents aren't there using their camp and going up and down and getting around, because anybody that's been down some of the fire lanes around Wasco Lake, it's pretty narrow. And getting 10-wheelers and excavators in a spot where vehicles can pass would be a challenge. So the weather's been pretty cooperative and great to work under, actually, other than a couple shutdowns here and there for obvious reasons. But yeah, we've been continuing doing some stabilization there. Tree sales going on. You guys saw hopefully the A-frame sign out in the foyer, but also last day for orders is April 30th. Things do run out because we have to place the orders with the nursery a while back. And as they only have so much stock that they're picking, there might be some flexibility with some orders even because they ran out of it on their own end. But orders are due April 30th, and the pickup is going to be May 10th. That's a Friday. So if anybody needs any tree shrubs or bare roots, feel free to consider us. And lastly, I do have to leave for another meeting at 10:45. So if you see me leave, I meant to tell you before the meeting, but here we are. So that's what I'm doing. It has nothing to do with anybody's report or anything, is what I'm saying.
Boring.
Exactly. So that's what I got. So if anybody has questions, I'll be glad to. Thanks.
I do have a question. What nursery do you guys work with for the tree and shrub sale?
Meadowview.
Where's that?
They're kind of down Naples,
Oh.
New York. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, we've
Cool.
most of the districts in the state work with them, and we've been dealing with them for 25, 30 years.
Okay, cool. I will always want to place an order, but I don't need 10 river birches. Like I need like 2.
Remember, they're like this because they're bare root and
I
they're
know.
only so big. Apple
And-
trees do look great though.
Yes. Probably gonna do some apple and some fruit trees at some point. I'd like the berry bushes, but those always sell out like in 15 seconds.
They do. It's amazing how
So,
fast they sell out.
Yeah,
Are the prices competitive?
very. Yes, very. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Yeah, because some of them are smaller, but they do eventually.
Yeah, they don't. Oh, okay, cool. They don't have an 100% success rate either, so also depends on the soils and everything. Anyways, City of Auburn.
Oh, Evan.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, guys, first meeting. Forgive me, Evan. Solid waste.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, just a couple updates. For the local solid waste management plan, the public comment period is now closed. So So we're working on compiling the comments we received and making some final edits before we submit our first draft to the DEC. So hopefully we can get that done by the end of the month. And then the only other thing is we're kind of behind the scenes organizing our recycling events for the year. The next one to come up is the electronics event. It's very tentatively scheduled for April 27th. We'll have more information out soon. So that's it.
Thank you, Evan. City of Auburn.
Okay. So just a few things here. This weekend is the Bob Brower Scientific Symposium. I will be at that presenting on our Auburn water treatment plant facility and its process. Looking forward to that. Last time I was on that stage was during a Calamari Sisters. Yeah, I was a participant, which was horrifying. So I'm really not looking forward to getting back up on that stage with that thought in the back of my mind. Not sure if I'll incorporate that into the presentation. Probably not.
I'll sit in the front row. Oh, yeah. Make you feel more at home.
We're the same dress.
That's right. Moving along, the city of Auburn received our chlorine dioxide generator that came in on Tuesday. So crews will be working on getting that installed and scheduling the company to come out to assist. If you guys remember that system is a different type of chemical feed to our intake crib where we're treating for early disinfection of the raw water as well as zebra mussels and chlorine dioxide. Doesn't interact with the raw water the same way as chlorine does that we've been historically using, even though that's much cheaper of a chemical product to use. We're hopeful that that will help with the formation of disinfection byproducts within Auburn's system, and then the greater system that we serve throughout the community within Cayuga County. So looking forward to getting that in and up and running over the next month or so.
Great.
We received notification a few weeks ago that we were a recipient of a $75,000 grant through the non-ag non-point DEC program. This will be to study the Wasco Lake Cup 12 streams and tribs, focusing on Sucker Brook and Vanessa Brook. One thing that we'll be looking into is whether or not it's feasible to site a flow management device to better understand flows that come through those two small tribs, to develop loading calculations from that. And then we'll also be going up into those smaller watersheds, sub-watersheds, looking for opportunities to acquire property, potentially do stream restoration work, buffers, small wetlands that might need some additional work as well. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get the grant contract from the state. Could be a couple of months down the road, so it'll probably be on hold for the time being from when you receive notification of award and when there's actually a contract in hand to move forward. But hopefully we'll be able to work with Soil and Water Conservation District. And the plan is to do an RFP to acquire a firm to assist with that report development. Our CSO design and sewer separation plans are almost at 100% at this point. They've been submitted to DEC for final comments. We're hopeful this spring to be competitive in the grant realm around looking at a couple of different opportunities that are out there for grant funds to help us afford to move forward with that project. Last but not least, the city has been in conversations with some of our wholesale water customers, and in 2016 we were very successful in working with the local towns around us on a unified wholesale sewer contract. We're looking to do the same thing, hopefully repeat a similar type of process on our water contract and unifying that. But as part of doing that, we're going to be talking about secondary source opportunities that exist, and really trying to get a better handle on community need for potable water with respect to all the towns and villages in Cayuga County. So hoping to initiate a kind of a kickoff meeting, probably repurpose some of the presentation that I'll be giving during the not management council, but ALA presentation this weekend. Kind of setting the stage, providing some background, and then hoping for some good dialogue with all the municipal leaders within the county to better understand where folks are at and what their needs are around drinking water.
Thanks, Ed.
Thanks.
Ed, Town of Wasco.
Just got back from vacation, so I don't have too much to report. The only thing that our sewer separation water upgrade project is going to be delayed because our town engineer from Barton LaJudas has left to go into private practice. And so they're bringing a new crew in. And so we hope to have preliminary design done probably in 4 weeks now. It was supposed to be done already. Then we can provide to the health department for review and then hopefully go out to bid sometime late summer.
Okay.
So so it depends on how long the health department takes to does it go to the state or do it go to you guys first?
It depends on the funding source,
Yeah.
and the extent of the project, but I can talk to you after
Yeah,
and figure that
We
out.
get the $2.5 million from the federal government and we
Okay.
applied for, it's funny, we get awarded, applied for the grant 18 months ago. Now we just got approved to fill out the application,
Mhm, yep.
So the application now gets filled out
Mhm.
and which, and then we working on, at the same time, we're working on a band to pay for it until that thing comes through. So
Mhm.
we're looking at probably $5 million for this
Okay.
3-street sewer separation project.
Awesome.
Combined to separate, to reduce I&I in our system. So that's about it.
Awesome. Thank you. Lake Association reports. Cayuga Lake.
We go first. Liz can go later. So I've been meeting with, or I'm going to be meeting with soil and water folks to start kind of revamping the current project list that Cuyo has. It's very old. It's fairly stale. So we're going to try and meet with them and take projects off the list, hopefully add some more to it. Cuyo does have some match that we can give to municipalities or soil and water or anybody who needs it if you just need a little bit of help with a grant. I'm not going to say how much because that's going to change depending on the need that there is. And also, if there's any municipalities that you know of where you are a municipality who needs a project done from Cuyo, please submit those to the website.
Liz, do you want to go?
Sure. Thanks. Right now we're pretty busy planning for our spring community conference. That looks like it's going to be in Cayuga this year, probably later in May or early June. So I'll keep you guys updated as that comes together. We're looking forward, at least I'm going to be at the Bob Brower symposium this weekend. So we're looking forward to that. We are working with community partners right now to plan spring litter cleanups through our Embrace the Lake program. So far in Cayuga County, we have we're working with 2 groups who have them lined up. The first is on April 22nd in Aurora Bay with the Cayuga Climate Action volunteers and Poplar Friends Meeting volunteers. And the second is May 18th at Frontenac Park with the Union Springs Town and Park Commission. Other than that, we're just really trying to push out information to our members about all the tree and shrub sales, about the buffer and bag program. And then there's also a lot of internship opportunities in our watershed right now, not from the network, but through, New York State Office of Parks and Historical Preservation. They're trying to fill watercraft steward positions, including for Cayuga Lake State Park. And then, of course, the Finger Lakes Prism has a lot of positions open and available right now. So we'll keep pushing those out. And Community Science Institute's looking to fill an internship for the summer. Discover Cayuga Lake down in Ithaca has a number of internships out right now. So keep those flying around. Thanks.
Thanks, Liz and Isaac. Don't think we have anyone. Carl isn't here, right?
No. Dale from Duck Lake.
Duck Lake.
Well, good morning. We've decided to hire a contractor to do the complete weed control program on Duck Lake now. So I guess I won't be involved in it. I'll just be a bystander. And I guess the new guy, the new group is, I don't have the name of the company. Because they didn't, the president of our association did not tell me what it is yet. But however, we always use Navigate and Super K for our weed control program. They'll be using DIQUAT to do the whole program. And they'll take care of all the permits and all the answering after the thing and all the testing of the water set around to make sure that they got it where they're supposed to be. And that's about it. That's about all that's going on right now, that weed control.
Okay, great, thank you. Don't see Pat anywhere.
Gary said he couldn't make it.
Gary or Ann.
Ann said
Anyone?
she couldn't make it.
Anyone from Alva want to? Oh, or we'll go right to Skinny Atlas. Hey, Patty.
Hey there, good morning, thank you. Brief, Frank went to Albany in conjunction with the Clean Water and Jobs Coalition organized by the Nature Conservancy. They advocated for try to maintain the $400 million level and program integrity of the Environmental Protection Fund. And because part of that EPF fund supports our milfoil program. We are working on upgrading our milfoil boat. It's they're pretty old, and so we are looking in trying to do some repairs and renovations on that, as well as our newer education and research boat. We're engaging with the Lake Friendly Living Guide. We're updating that right now for the community. We've got someone working on Susan to update our website. That's ongoing, and we are working around the lake with landowners, engaging with them to do identify and support some improvement projects. We did one on Winding Way, that's Onondaga on the west. Over at Lourdes, that's 10 Mile Creek, we've done some over there, and we're continuing to evaluate that and get into those. So that's it, and thank you very much.
Thanks, Patty. All right, partner reports. Aaron?
Hello. I've just got two things. One is my office is doing the stormwater workshop series again. These are 4-hour virtual workshops on stormwater taught by John Dunkel. They're worth 4 PDHs a piece if you're interested in that kind of thing. And I can put a link to the registration site in the chat in just a second. I'll do that. Yeah, the next one that's coming up is on the 19th of March, and it's on stormwater hydrology and the new design manual. So that's out there if you're interested. The other thing is the Skinny Atlas 9-element plan. We had a good public meeting at the end of January in the Skinny Atlas Town Hall. You know, at this point, the modeling team has really produced a bunch of results. They've run some scenarios, watershed scenarios, and we've gotten the results for sort of the in-lake reaction to the scenarios. So the 9-element plan is largely wrapping up. We are hoping to get a document, you know, fingers crossed, we'll have a document out for public review in early April. And if everything goes according to schedule, we'll be doing our third public meeting at like the end of April, early May. Looking to have the whole thing kind of all tied up by, you know, July. So that is where we are with that.
Thanks, Aaron.
What are the costs? What's the cost associated with the stormwater course?
The cost?
Yeah.
It's $175 a course. but you do get 4 PDHs.
Right, any other questions for Aaron? No? DEC Great Lakes?
Hi, everybody. I will do the Great Lakes stuff and the Finger Lakes stuff, if that's okay.
For sure.
So WQIP grants were announced. So 146 million was awarded to 81 projects. This is administered through DEC, and an additional 2 million was awarded to 35 projects through the non-ag point non-source grants. So I know there are quite a few of you that applied for these grants, and some of you were awarded. So kudos to you. It's great to see a lot of things happening in the watershed. The Buffer in the Bag program opened on Friday, March 1st, and it is already closed. So great job pushing that. I know, Liz, you said you were pushing it. So great job, everybody. We sold it out. So unfortunately, that's closed. So if you know anybody that is wanting to purchase the trees, I would recommend going through Soil and Waters for their tree sales. Up next, the Great Lakes Commission has issued a request for proposals for the 2024 Great Lakes Sediment and Nutrient Reduction Program. So you can receive grants up to $300,000 to support work over a period of 4 years. This is eligible for non-federal units of government, indigenous nations, and nonprofits. Applications are due April 29th, and there is a informational webinar for more information about this grant on March 13th. And I will, as always, send all of this with the links to Michelle later. And a couple more things. In partnership with FEMA and the DEC's Floodplain Management Program, the Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services is offering an introductory floodplain management training. So this is free. It's a 4-day course, and it's being offered to community officials involved in the administration of national flood insurance programs. So this is going to be in April 2nd through 5th. And you can register at the link that I will provide in my updates to Michelle. And it can account for 2 to 5 business days being created within that program. And then lastly, Cornell and DEC is planning a drought summit, and that will be held in Ithaca on April 16th and 17th. And I will again include the link for registration. That's it for me.
That was a lot. Any questions for Liz? Lexi, sorry.
That's okay.
All right. No one from Prism.
Do you have anything, Isaac?
I mean, I could read something that's like 3 weeks old, but I didn't have to say, I thought they were going to be here today, so I don't have anything that's super current, other than what Liz already mentioned about there's a bunch of internships available. I think there's 4 different positions for invasive species work. That's probably the biggest thing they're pushing right now.
Anyone from the Watershed Management Council? No. Partners for Healthy Watersheds.
Yep. Good morning, everyone. There's a manure applicator spring safety meeting going on tomorrow at Scott Potter's place down in Cortland County. Cortland County Soil and Water Conservation District is their speaker. So I think it's every 5 years, any large CAFO has to have at least 2 operators, and a smaller medium CAFO, 1 operator, take a safety course, training course every 5 years. We usually send 4 or 5 guys every other year. It's a great program. Matt Kizmirski from DEC, Kirsten Workman. So someone from ACS is presenting the new P-Index 2.0 for New York State. So it's an updated phosphorus index version for manure and fertilizer application. And then safety presentation from Jim Caraba with NICAM and DOT safety as well. So that's tomorrow down in Cortland. Looking forward to the Bob Brower Scientific Symposium. Still pushing stuff out on social media. And I want to say thank you to Steve. I'm sorry I'm late for your thing this morning. It's been a pleasure working with you. Hopefully we'll still see you around, but both on a professional and personal level, it's been a great run. So
Thank you very much, Greg. Same here.
That's it.
Thanks, Greg.
Yep.
I think that's gonna do it for today.
It's a quick meeting today.
Yeah, wow, 44 minutes. 44 minutes. You know, I wish, hold on.
I don't know what Seth's been doing.
No, all opposed.
No, you don't.
I don't want, can we vote to, if we don't have quorum, to leave? Do we still do that? Well, do we have,
don't need to.
but
we don't have more.
at all? We didn't even when Dan was here?
No, we did.
We did when Dan was here, but Dan left.
Yeah, but once the meeting starts, you're good.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Once the meeting starts, you're good.
I'll
We can't
take
leave, we
a,
have to stay.
I'll take a motion to end.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Hey, okay.
Thanks, everybody online.
No